Hello and welcome to episode 23 of Regrowth, I think. Yeah, 23. So what I'd like to do this episode is I would like to do some witchery in the hopes of unlocking Thaumcraft, basically. And, to do some witchery because I haven't really done much witchery, just really the Witch's Oven. And I made the Witch's Cauldron and I actually set it up to automatically fill using Buildcraft pump and pipes. Because I don't really have any other options, really. Not really. But, so, to basically get started in witchery, we need to make a dark altar. A dark altar. From rowan stone, rubbed with the fumes and anointed with water for good measure. An altar will be more powerful the more nature surrounding it. So, right now, once I build this altar and place it, it probably won't be all that good. So, let's make the altar. Yes, the water bottles do not stack, of course. I believe it's like this. Stone bricks. Exhale. I can't remember which way. Let's put the rest of the stone bricks in. Okay. And so I'm going to need 6 total. Each recipe of this will give you 3. So I just need to put another bottle of water in there so that I can get the 6 altars. And we're going to get some pumpkin and some Spanish moss. So if you don't get any Spanish moss, hopefully you can continue through this quest line and you'll get some. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to... I don't know how far away my altar has to be from the Spanish moss, but I figure what I'll do is I'm going to coat the outside of my walls with the old Spanish moss. Give her the old Spanish fly treatment. Oops. I need shears to break that, so we'll just leave it there. Alright, so we got some Spanish moss growing on our walls. Our whole walls over here will be covered in it at some point. And then whenever we need it, we'll just come and clip it. And so that definitely opened up a whole bunch of more witch requests, so that's pretty cool. And then the other thing we wanted to make is the Attuned Stone. And so let's read the quest book about the Attuned Stone and let's see what it tells about it. It tells us about it. Dosing an elven dragonstone in lava while exposing it to a whiff of magic will attune it to the magics that form the fabric of the world, making an incredibly useful core for a number of devices, allowing them to channel this magical energy for operation. A task where you have to make an Attuned Stone. Okay, so I believe the Attuned Stone is really just a dragonstone, a whiff of magic, and a bucket of lava. And to get the Dragonstone, you have to send a mana diamond through the portal, the Elfheim portal, to get the this. So you have to make the portal to get to this point. And we'll get 2 more Attuned Stones, which is cool. And it unlocks a whole... Oh, so now we've unlocked a ton of witch requests. So we're in really, really good shape here. Okay. I want to place my altar... I have one more of these. Let's just let's throw it up there. Grow moss, grow. Okay, I want to place my altar, and I think I'm just gonna put it like, I don't know, like right here. Okay, and so you've completed the altar when it basically gets covered with that tablecloth sort of thing. Okay, and so you can look at the altar, and you'll see it has a mana rating of 381 and a ×1 multiplier. If I were to put a torch, shift right click to put the torch on the altar. If I now look at the altar, it has a ×2 mana generating. So it's going to gather mana, I believe we call it mana, 2 times as fast by placing a torch on the altar. Another item that you can put on the altar is a skull. And one of the best skulls you can put on an altar, I believe, is the Wither Skull. And right now it's at 391 ×2. And if I put the Wither Skull on there, the altar goes up to 1,000 and ×4. So the Wither Skull is really good. And there's some other items that you can make and put on your altar to increase the amount of power that it has. Other things that you can do to increase the amount. So right now we're sitting at 1173. Is I can place, I think it'll be fine if I do like, I can place pumpkins, and they'll boost the power. So the more flowers, the more pumpkins, the more melons. I think there's a max. So if I were to, I don't know, put some more pumpkins. I'm going to put the melons out here somewhere. So we were at like 1293, and now we're at 1422. So as you put out more nature in the area, and I think, do I have any bone meal on me? I do. Okay, so let's see if this works as well. So we're at 1431 at ×4. Now placing items on here will increase the amount, or the how fast it will gain mana after it's been used. But I think if I just throw out some grass out here, and yeah, so just by like throwing out some grass out in the area, you know, some of this is probably going to burn down. I got to be careful about that. But we'll just throw out some grass and some flowers in the area and make it all very beautiful and naturey. Make some tall grass. And so the grass and the flowers and all this will add towards the value, and now it's at 1950. Okay, and so you can keep adding flowers, pumpkins and melons we already got, I believe netherwort, trees, vines, all these things will start adding towards the amount of mana. And eventually we're going to need more than this like 2,000 or so that we have. I don't know if these tall grass makes a difference. 1950. Let's do this. It doesn't look like it, but the flowers definitely seem to do. And you know, I can. Oh, yep. Oh, fire! I'm on fire. So yeah, this I'm gonna burn down this entire thing at some point. So I'm just gonna get rid of some of this grass nearby and hope that it doesn't burn down. But yeah, so that's, you know what, I'm going to get rid of this tall grass because it's in my way. I'm at 1950. I have no trees. I don't know. I'll have to try planting some different types of trees, get the vines going, and we'll be in good shape. So that's my altar. And we'll definitely have to like continue expanding our grassy area. But as you can see, we're starting to retake over the wilderness. You know, we're doing good. Let's see what else we have. Okay, Augmented Attunement. While the altar can channel some natural magics by itself, it is much more capable if augmented by various natural apparatus, which act as a foci, which are more attuned to these magics. Chalices will boost the power that the altar can hold, while lights such as the candelabra boost the rate at which the altar will charge up this power. Other foci include pentacles, skulls, and arthanas. Oh, so you can put the arthana on there as well. Okay, I'm going to go and sleep. Woohoo! Boom. We're going to sleep through the night. We're going to make the chalice and the... was it the chalice and what was the other one? The chalice and the candelabra. I don't know what I need for those, so let's quickly check it out. Chalice. So the chalice is just gold and an attuned stone. A filled chalice requires redstone soup, which actually requires, you know, drop of luck. It requires some extra bits, but we don't really have that. And so the chalice itself requires 4 nuggets and 2 gold. So that's the good thing about this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Piece of cake. Let's look at the candelabra. Is it not a candelabra? Candelabra. Requires 3 torches and 3 iron and a tombstone. So I'm going to use up a couple of my tombstones. That's okay. But I think I can make both of these, and we'll see what they do to my altar. Make the candelabra like so, and we'll make the chalice like so. Oops. And I think making the filled chalice is better overall than just the plain chalice. So, but I remember from Blood and Bones that, oops, stop. I do remember from Blood and Bones that you know, making that redstone soup is really awful. So, oops. Hopefully I can harvest that. Okay, so we're at 1968 right now. If I go ahead and I throw on the candelabra, it did nothing. And if I throw on the chalice, it did do something, but apparently this did nothing. Huh. Can I only have 3 items? 2624 times 5. So I don't think that this does anything. 2624. Oh, it adds an extra modifier. Okay, so it does improve, as it said in the quest, it does improve its mana regeneration. Whereas the chalice improves the amount of mana in the item. So we made that, and it gives us a skeleton skull, which is not all that useful. But one of the things we want to unlock one quest elsewhere. Ooh. We need to make the distillery to make more advanced, like the I can't speak today. So the witch's oven collects fumes, and the distillery will then distill these further to give us various other fumes, etc., like drops of luck and stuff like that. So that's what the distillery does. And I think I want to make the distillery. We'll make the distillery, I think, first, and then let us look, because I think we may have unlocked some quests somewhere else. And I only have 1 attuned stone left, so I just need a couple iron and a couple of clay jars. That's easy. Let's go over. We'll grab a couple of iron, a couple of gold, I believe it was. I need a couple extra iron. So we'll build the distillery. And so the distillery will use the actual power from, if I put the distillery down, I think maybe I can just put it down right there. I think it's powered. So basically it uses the power from the altar to make items, and I think let's look at the quest book and see if it has us make anything. Detection test. I need to make an oil of vitriol. Okay, and so to make an oil of vitriol in the distillery, oil of, I need to put quicklime and foul fumes into the distillery, and then I need a clay jar. Okay, so I need some empty clay jars, which I'll just throw in the bottom here. I need quicklime. Quicklime is easy. You just put wood ash in a crafting window. Will give you quicklime. And then the other thing that I needed was foul fumes. And foul fumes you can get from all sorts of things, cooking foods and stuff like that. I should have a bunch. Okay, let's just put 1 in there. And foul fume, quicklime. And there, you can actually see it working. It's got some particle effects. And eventually it'll work its way through, and I should get an oil of vitriol from that. So there's a whole bunch of different recipes from the distillery. I wonder if I can I somehow look at the different distillery recipes? But yeah, so there's definitely a bunch there, and they're going to use As you can see, it's using a little bit of power from the altar, but really nothing significant. And we almost have our oil of vitriol. Yes, here we go. It's another way of making slime and gypsum. And this gypsum, I think, is used to make ritual chalk, which you need to make, I really can't speak today, to make various ritual circles and stuff in Witchery. And so we're done, and we can get 65, 4 clay jars, or some gas tiers. Well, let's go with the gas tiers just because they're a little harder to get. So we'll take the gas tiers, and I have a ton of clay jars anyway. So I've got some oil of vitriol now. And I got a slime ball that I don't really need. And I got some gas tiers, which may come in handy. I'm going to throw the skeleton skull in here. I believe you can only put 1 skeleton skull on there at any one time. So, and I'm pretty sure that the wither skeleton skull is much better than a regular skeleton skull. So, if you have a wither, definitely go with the wither. So, for not having, a lot of wow, I didn't realize that the moss could grow there. For not having a lot of, a lot of nature around, our altar's not too bad. We definitely will want to get it up over, 10,000 at some point. For some of the more powerful things that we can do in Witchery, we're going to need that kind of power. So we're going to have to grow some trees and stuff. So that's pretty cool. So we're done. The distillery, the kettle is another item that I believe also uses these attuned stones, if I remember correctly. The kettle also uses an attuned stone, as does the spinning wheel. And these are 3 items that make different Witchery items, and that's really actually pretty cool. We're definitely gonna move down these quest lines, but I just want to see. Let's look. Let's see if anything's unlocked for us. Let's see. It looks like there's something here. Oh, Thaumcraft. So this is what I wanted. I wanted to start into Thaumcraft. I may have to do some more Witchery to unlock some more things in Thaumcraft. And it looks like I need to get a torch up here. Let's light that up so that stuff doesn't spawn up top here. But yeah, now we can actually get started in Thaumcraft, and that is pretty awesome. I wonder if I should do that this episode, or should I maybe do that next episode? You know what? Maybe let's continue doing some more Witchery stuff before I wrap up this episode. Let's make a couple more attuned stones. Let's make the spinning wheel and the kettle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to gather all the reagents that I'm going to need to make those, and then we'll come back in a sec. Okay, I think I got everything to make the spinning wheel and the kettle. To make the spinning wheel, I need 4 item frames. So I need 4 leather and 4 stick. I need attuned stones. I don't think I can. Yeah, I can't put the lava buckets in because they don't stack. And I need 2 whiffs of magic. Just 2 for right now. I'm in the other crafting table. There we go. Because I need 2 attuned stones. So I just put the other lava bucket in there. Now I have 2 attuned stones. And then it's just a stick, a wool, some wood, and you have the spinning wheel, like so. And the kettle is really simple. Oh, okay, so the cauldron doesn't stack. So it won't shift click in. It just needs some string. And am I one stick short? Huh. And we have the kettle. Now, I'm not sure. I guess we'll look at the recipe and we'll see in how the world changes. You've been brewing potions and casting spells with your cauldron, but you feel that a small kettle, which can channel magics through an attuned stone, will be much better suited to creating magical brews for a more advanced witchcraft. Tasks with player has craft specific items. Okay, so this is the kettle. I'm going to get some water bottles and some glass bottles out of that. And the spinning wheel, which is where some pretty stylish robes. You tried to buy some from your local coven, but they insisted that you make your own. To do that, you're going to need a spinning wheel. Why not go full hog and make a magical one that will use power from the altar to do the spinning itself. Manual labors for chumps. And so I made the spinning wheel, and it's going to give me some whiffs of magic, so that's not too bad. I'm just going to put the water bottles and that into there. And the same thing, the spinning wheel. The spinning wheel requires power as well. I'm just going to put the spinning wheel there. And I think maybe... I think the kettle requires me to heat the water as well. So if I grab... That wasn't... What? Did I just put that... How many times am I going to do that today? If I grab a netherrack from here, and I think I have a... I think I can make the pipe that I need. Let's do some damage to myself and almost kill myself. Yes. Why not? And eat some bread. Okay, I think what I can do, maybe I can do this. I can put some netherrack down. I'm pretty sure I've got a flint and steel in here. Like so. I'll put down something that's burnable right there, and it's gonna catch on fire right away. And I can put the kettle right there. It's gonna look funky, but I think I can do this. Let's not burn down everything over here, man. Come on. I may need to put some protection around here to stop it from burning everything. I think I had to make a bag full of pipes for Buildcraft, so I need one of those and one of those. So the water requirements aren't, that great. I think this should work. I don't know if it'll fill the kettle up. Will it fill the kettle up? Or do I have to fill it up manually? Oh, I know. I don't need this. What am I doing? Oh. I think there's a way to... There is a way to empty the cauldron. I just don't remember what it is off the top of my head. That's funny. There is a way to do this. I'm just gonna... Anyway, I am back. I just sort of, I think I can just do this, right? Yeah, so it needs to be heated, but it also, I believe it needs to be, have the fire underneath. And I think it definitely also needs access to the altar. And you place items into it, just like you would place items into the cauldron. And then it will cook into the item that you're trying to make. I was trying to pipe water into it because I thought it needed water, but it's not like the cauldron. You'll end up adding different things to it. It does not need water specifically. So yeah, we did a bunch of witchery stuff today. We made a bunch of machines. We made our altar. We got to work on getting our altar powered up a little bit more, but we have enough power to run our distillery, our spinning wheel, as well as our kettle, which looks really, really lame there. I'm probably going to move it. I'll probably move it. Hopefully I don't burn down my whole witchery area. This may happen just because all this stuff is really flammable nearby. I may have to, put in like a layer of protection around my garden. But yeah, so I hope you've been enjoying the series so far. We did a bunch of witchery this episode, and next episode we are going to start delving into Thaumcraft, probably my favorite magical mod. Although I'm really coming around on Botania. Botania is a really cool magical mod too. I have to say, I do like. I am enjoying Botania. Things are going well. As you can see, these pools here are completely full. They're able to keep this portal open no problem, so I don't have to worry too much about that. And I spread the mana from this all around, so that's why this pool is down. But yeah, so things are progressing along pretty well. Anyway, I hope you've been enjoying. If you have, don't forget to hit that like button, as it helps me out a ton. And please leave a comment in the comment section below, and tell me what you like, what you don't like. that you think I'm funny looking, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just, you know, talk to me. I'm lonely. I'm lonely here in my little witchery place. Until next time, Delgaro.